Welcome. Today we're discussing a topic that resonates deeply with many of us in the sandwich generation, planning a parent's funeral. It's a time fraught with emotion and practical considerations, often while juggling many other responsibilities. Join us as we explore how to approach this sensitive process with compassion for your loved one, your family, and yourself. Our mission today is really to pull out the key insights from what we've gathered on, navigating this loss and the funeral planning, especially when you're managing all those midlife pressures.
Right. And what makes it particularly complex for the sandwich generation is, well, grief isn't happening in a vacuum, is it? You're often right in the thick of it, demanding careers, raising kids, maybe caring for other relatives too. And layered on top of that is this really profound personal loss. Plus, it often forces you to confront your own mortality, and then there are the financial realities. It's a lot to juggle all at once. Finding space just to process feels almost impossible sometimes.
That combination of deep personal grief and just immense practical pressure. It sounds incredibly difficult. So given all that, what are some really actionable things people can do? What strategies help manage the funeral planning without, falling apart?
Okay, so the sources point to a few key things. First off, and this is vital when you're stretched thin, thoughtful delegation.
Okay, delegation.
Yeah, but not just randomly assigning tasks. It's about thinking who in my circle, family or friends, genuinely has the bandwidth or maybe the right skills for this. Like maybe a cousin is great with online stuff for a memorial page, or an uncle who's retired could help coordinate calls. It's about lightening your specific load.
That makes a lot of sense because just the mental effort of making every single decision when you're already exhausted, it's huge. Are there common mistakes people make when trying to delegate, especially with family emotions involved?
Oh, definitely. A big one is assuming people just know what you need or what they're capable of offering. You need to be pretty specific, maybe offer choices. Another strategy is just simplifying the decisions wherever possible.
How so?
Well, like considering package deals from funeral homes, it might sound a bit impersonal initially, but for someone with very limited time, having logistics bundled together, that can remove a massive amount of decision fatigue.
I can see the appeal, definitely.
Yeah.
Is there trade-off mentioned, though, like maybe losing some of the personal touch?
There can be, yes, but often the sources suggest the emotional relief is worth it, and you can always add personal elements, the eulogy, photos, music, that kind of thing. They also really push using digital tools, online memorial pages, for example.
Ah, right. For communication.
Exactly, especially if family is spread out or everyone's on different schedules. It centralizes info service details, sharing memories, photos people can engage when they have a moment. It cuts down on those complex group coordination efforts.
That sounds like a genuine lifeline for busy families.
Right.
And okay, the elephant in the room, often money.
Yes, setting a realistic budget is critical. The sources are pretty clear. A meaningful tribute does not have to be extravagant. For the sandwich generation, often juggling multiple financial pressures, getting clear on costs early on, that can head off a lot of added stress.
Okay, practicalities aside, here's where it often gets really interesting or maybe complicated, is the family dynamics.
Yeah.
How do the sources suggest navigating that effectively during such an emotional time?
Right, this needs real care. One suggestion is to designate one primary contact person, just to streamline communication. You avoid crossed wires, conflicting information, going to the funeral home or among relatives.
Yeah.
It's also really helpful to have a focused planning meeting. Get key people together, try to align expectations, let everyone voice concerns respectfully. And maybe the most crucial point, remember that people grieve differently. Your sister might need to stay busy, your brother might need quiet. There isn't one correct way, and accepting that prevents a lot of friction.
That's such an important point about different grieving styles.
Right.
And while managing family, what about managing yourself? How do you preserve your own well-being through all this? It seems so easy to get lost.
It really is. Self-care isn't optional here. It's essential. The sources say, be really aware of the physical signs of stress, headaches, can't sleep, no appetite, or too much.
Oh.
And critically, accept practical help. If someone offers to bring food, wash the kids, run an errand, say yes if you can.
Let people help.
Yes, and even scheduling tiny pauses. Seriously, 5 minutes to step outside and breathe. For the sandwich generation, time is gold, so even micro breaks can make a difference for your mental state.
Those small moments, right? So thinking about honoring the parent, what about lasting memorials? What's suggested that feels meaningful but doesn't add huge stress or cost?
The focus tends to be on personal, authentic tributes, things that really reflect the person, like compiling digital photo albums everyone can access, or creating a shared playlist of their favorite music. Another really powerful idea is a living memorial, planting a tree, or a small garden space. These often feel more enduring, more connected to life than traditional things, and can be less pressure up front.
I like that idea of a living memorial. And beyond family and friends, is there other support that people find invaluable?
Absolutely. Professional help can be crucial. Funeral directors, for one, they handle the practical logistics, the paperwork, coordinating the service. That guidance is immense. And then grief counselors. They provide the emotional support, helping you process the loss itself, which is vital when you're trying to manage everything else. They can really help you navigate that tension between doing what needs to be done and feeling what you need to feel. If we try to connect this to the bigger picture, there's really no single right way to get through losing a parent, especially in midlife with all its demands. It really comes down to balancing those practical necessities with emotional honesty and being compassionate with yourself through it all, understanding that grief looks different for everyone, including you.
So what does this all mean for you, listening? It means by approaching this incredibly tough time with care, using some of these strategies, you can honor your loved one meaningfully. And you can also start your own healing journey, even with everything else on your plate as part of the sandwich generation. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. How might really acknowledging these unique complexities of midlife grief change how you support others going through loss? Or even how you might support yourself when the time comes? We'll be back next time with another thought provoking exploration of a topic that matters.